As you can see, I got a switch panel just to take care of the power. This is the Ultramizer. It is a DSP 1424p, 24-bit dual engine digital multi-band, and it's a loudness maximizer and program enhancer, and I'm telling you, it definitely enhances. It's got an LCD display. I guess that's what they call it, LCD. Anyway, a digital display, and then this is the it's kind of hard to see with the reflection, but when it's on, there's sound running through it. These are VU meters that show you the input and the output on each per channel. This is a dual. You can dial a number. There's preset numbers in here. I've got it set to number 4. I just like that sound. It's a good round sound. It sounds wonderful. That's for music. Live sound, I think I use the number 1 or number 2. But anyway, you could do 3D surround, exciter, and I mean, this thing does all kinds of stuff. If you don't have one, you need to get one. And then, of course, the 3-way crossover below. This has a mono. It even has a subwoofer output on it. You can go subwoofer, but I basically just split the signal is what I do, left and right. And what you do is you have an input. You have your input audio. You have your crossover frequency right there, and it looks like we had it about 150, 155, something like that. Somewhere in the neighborhood, anyway. Hertz. Then this is your low output. Your low output here. And this is your high output right here. And of course it has mutes, if you want to mute that particular. And then you've got your 25 kilohertz cut. Over here, same thing, just on the right side. And then of course my equalizer. Now the only thing that I don't like about this sound system, the difference in my sound system that I use all the time, and this one, is this has one equalizer in it. Mine has 2. I have one for the sub side, and I have one for the mids and highs. When I eventually get a bigger case, I will be buying another thing. So the subs are more, they get a more full range, sort of. They sound okay because of the crossover frequency, but like I said, I just haven't purchased another EQ. This is an alto. Got this. It's really inexpensive, actually. I think I paid less than $100 for it. Nice little EQ. Like I said, it's a 15-band graphic equalizer, and it has a range. That's the cool thing about this. It has a range on it, so you can set the range to either 6 or 12 dB, plus or minus, which is kind of cool. It has your input, output, clip, and your signal processing. It has your high pass and low pass filters, which is kind of neat, and of course your EQ on and off on both sides. That's kind of cool. And then of course the QSC and the Crown amplifier. Crown amplifier, as I said before, is the high side, and the QSC is the low side. And the only reason why I have 2 different power amps in here is because the QSC I've had for a while. I went looking for another Crown, and I went looking for another power amp, and the price difference was the main thing. At the time, I wanted to see what was out there, and actually this QSC was originally in my other sound system, basically, and I was using this for the mids and highs, and I was using the 2450 for the lows. And then I bought this Crown amplifier for this system minus subs. I didn't have any sub cabinets on this one, so I went and got a good deal on another 2450. So I moved. I've got 2 2450s in my sound system, and then this smaller sound system that we use now has the 1450. That's the reason why. What we've got is, of course, Gemini dual deck CD player. I don't use these a whole lot, just for the fact that I do everything computerized through Virtual DJ. But I've got the CD player just in case, they need music on a CD or whatever. Now, here's why I got this set up. This is the I have two of these mixers, and we're actually looking at this kind of upside down. This is a Behringer VMX 1000. For those of you that watch these videos, as you can tell, I like Behringer products. Yes, I think Behringer makes a very good mixer. They make a very good processors and things like that. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channel board with the option of phono input, and this one has CD line, and this is phono line on the first 3 channels, and then CD line on the last 2 channels. So really and truly, you got 10 channels technically. Well, you can't. Phono is only for turntables, but if you don't have turntables, and technically you've got 7 channels that you could choose from if you needed it. I usually only use 3. Sometimes use 4, depending on what's going on. Sometimes if I do, say I'm having to provide a DVD for somebody and doing the sound of the DVD, so I just plug in. There's plenty of options back here on the back to plug in, but that's sort of an upside down view of the mixer. I guess technically that would be a much better view, and I'm having to look at this upside down, but that's that. And then of course my dual deck CD player. It's a little dusty. I'm noticing the dust is, I guess, where I've not cleaned them in a while. They need to be cleaned and everything. But that's that. Like I said, this is the back of the mixer here, and as I was showing you earlier, the inputs will go right here. Will go right here, and it's got a subwoofer out, believe it or not. Now, thinking, what in the world do you have here? Okay, this is RCA, main out, and tape out. Now, here's what I've done. I have got when I do Ustream, we stream the audio, so it's coming out of there, coming back into a computer via the mini plug. This guy right here is an audio system ground loop oscillator. It's from Radio Shack. The reason why I've got this in line here is I used to have a computer that when you plugged it into the wall, the power supply would hum. I would have a 60 hertz cycle hum through the sound system. This eliminates it. You can get these at Radio Shack for little nothing. So, folks, if you guys have got computers and you think, wow, why do I have this awful AC hum in my sound system? It's all it is. It's in line and everything. I actually have this in line with the computer, specifically for the computer and everything. This is just, it's RCA and RCA. When you set this up, of course, that obviously you don't want to see that, and you could put the case covers back in there, but you don't get any air circulation as much anyway. So this is what I've come up with. This is a sheet that I cut and sewn, and I've got Velcro on it. Now this is sort of a felty sort of material. So this is what I've come up with, and it actually works very, very well. And it's not perfect, but you get the picture. So it covers that. When the wind's not blowing, obviously it'll stay where it's at. So it's black. It gives you that extra black look, and it's straight, and you can run your cords out the sides. Just something I come up with. Thought it was a pretty neat little idea. Works very well. I have one of these for each of my little sound systems and everything. Okay, catch you on the next clip, and I'll spin this around and show you the other side.